if your skin has started to react to things that never used to bother it, or you started retinol and microneedling and suddenly you're dealing with sensitivity you didn't have before, I want you to stay with me for this video because the answer is not to stop your treatments. The answer is to fix what's happening underneath. Today I'm going to break down the barrier protocol that I have built, tested, and keep coming back to. And then I'm going to show you exactly what to do on the rare occasion where you break your barrier for some reason on some kind of treatment, and how to repair that, how to fix that. So this is barrier repair after 40. It looks very different than what you're gonna see in most videos. So let's get into it. Here's what changes. After 40, your estrogen starts to decline. That matters for your skin because estrogen is directly tied to ceramide production. And a lot of people don't know that, but ceramides are one of the main lipids that hold your skin barrier together. Think of your barrier like a brick wall. The skin cells are the bricks, and the lipids, which are your ceramides, your fatty acids, and your cholesterol. Those are the mortar that kind of holds everything, all of those bricks into place, right? So after 40, the wall is still standing, but it's much more porous. So now things can get into your skin like irritants, pollution, and moisture also escapes that should stay locked in. So this is why women in their 40s and 50s start noticing that their skin reacts more than it used to. It's a little bit drier than it used to be. It's a little bit more sensitive and prone to more redness. On products you may have used in your 30s just don't seem the same when we approach our 40s and 50s. That is because your skin barrier is getting thinner and your skin is telling you it needs more support than it did before. This protocol is what I reached for every time I need to prioritize my barrier. So every step of this protocol is using barrier work. It's not just hydrating. You're actually supporting the lipid structure that holds your barrier together. So let me walk you through the products that I use. So the first product I use, and this I always use this for my very first step in my skincare routine no matter what, and it's the Haru Haru Wonder Rice Probiotics Barrier Essence. And I do use another essence with this, so this isn't the only essence because I do a massage in the morning, and so I'll layer on 2 or 3 layers of essence, and I use the Kikumasamun next to this. But this little wonder, right, is supporting my barrier in so many ways. It's the first thing that goes onto your skin after cleansing because we want to put that moisture back in. And the reason why this product is so foundational for mature skin is the ingredient deck, right? It contains ceramide NP and ceramide NS. That's a full 5 complex ceramide, a full ceramide complex, right? And 5 fatty acid complexes. In sort of this like 3-to-1 cholesterol ratio, which is kind of important for your barrier. And you'll see that on some of the bottles of barrier repair ceramides, you'll see like 3-to-1. And what they're saying is basically that ratio really matters because it's the same kind of lipid structure that your skin is made of. So that will help kind of repair the skin and replace any of those lipids that it may have lost. It also has bifida and galactomyces ferments, which are probiotics that help support your skin microbiome, and that's pretty important. Your microbiome is directly related to your barrier strength. Finally, you have panthenol in this beauty, and that draws moisture into the skin, and over time it actually stimulates your skin to produce more of its own lipids. So yeah, that's good. And then squalene and glycerin kind of round it out, right? And squalene is very protective of your barrier. So the order looks like this: Haru Haru, and then whatever actives you're using. You probably are using different actives than me. I will be posting a new AM and PM skincare routine, so stay tuned for that because it's everything that I do currently. The next thing that I go in with after that is my Cosrx Advanced Snail Mucin, and I actually use the Advanced Snail Radiance Dual Essence. That's the one with niacinamide. You can just use the Advanced Snail 96 Power Essence. That's a great essence. And if you don't need niacinamide, I saw this and I was like, hey, this helps me cut out my niacinamide standalone, so that's why I got it. If you have been into any of the skincare spaces, you've probably heard about Snail Mucin. There's reason why it has become one of the most talked about products in K-beauty. Snail secretion filtration naturally contains hyaluronic acid, glycoproteins, allantoin, and copper peptides all in one ingredient. So it's doing repair work and hydration work kind of simultaneously. It buffers your skin against the irritations from your actives like vitamin C and tretinoin or retinol. And that is not something that you get from any plain hydrating serum. Now, I don't use this in the PM because I don't want it to interfere with my tretinoin. I haven't figured out like how to do that because I feel like the sail mucin makes a kind of a thin film, and I want to make sure that my tretinoin is penetrating. So I'm gonna have to figure out how to work that one in properly. Okay, so once you're done with all of those steps, then you move on to your Astura Auto Barrier 365 cream. Guys, I haven't found anything that tops. This is amazing. And it's so funny because the reason I actually tried this was I was in Sephora and I was like, I was having a pretty bad barrier issue that day, and I was like, I need barrier repair. And I saw this cream and I was like, huh, Auto Barrier. And I had been using the Cosrx Ceramide Skin Barrier Moisturizer before. This was pretty good, but I found it to be a tad greasy for my oily skin. So if you have very dry skin, you might love this product. But the Astura, OMG. This is the product I keep coming back to, specifically when barrier support is a goal. I have tested it consistently and it's one of my absolute favorites, especially for mature skin. And if there's a hero product in this protocol, the Auto Barrier is it by Astura. This moisturizer was actually developed over 40 years of research on sensitive skin, and it's the standard dermatologist recommendation in Korea actually for compromised skin. So the context matters when you understand what's in it. So you have Ceramide NP plus 2 biomimetic ceramide analogs. You have cholesterol, you have sphingolipids, you have multiple fatty acids, including stearic, palmitic, oleic, and archidic. All 3 components of your skin lipid matrix in one moisturizer. That is a lot. Then you have niacinamide, which is doing something really interesting in this lotion itself. It's signaling your skin to produce more ceramides of its own over time. So this cream is both delivering ceramides and it's telling your skin to make more of its own. So if you've been looking at Astura Auto Barrier, I highly suggest you buy this. Now I'm trying the Pink Collagen by Medicube, but this baby I think is going to earn the place of my daytime moisturizer, my regular daytime moisturizer from now on. And you guys know I'm about to turn 50 and I have been struggling more and more occasionally with some barrier upsets, and not when I use this baby. So that's the barrier maintenance protocol. So that's what you'll do like during the day and at night to kind of maintain your barrier and keep it protected. You can still use your actives, you can still have your treatments, but you are doing the barrier protocol. But occasionally something disrupts it. Maybe you had a microneedling treatment, maybe you had a cosmetic treatment, maybe you pushed your treatments too far, too hard, maybe you put too much peel on or something like that. It happens. When that happens, you just strip everything back and run my targeted repair protocol. So the rule is simple: pause everything, no retinoids, no exfoliants, no actives, none. Like not even Matrixyl. You're not treating your skin right now, you're rebuilding. Always gentle cleanse, then you have your Haru Haru essence, and then you swap into this. So this is a unique beta glucan power moisture serum. Now the beta glucan is honestly the ingredient that I'm most excited about in 2026. Search interest in beta glucan serum is up like 51%. People are discovering what this ingredient can do and they are not going back. So here's why it matters for your barrier after 40. Beta glucan retains moisture up to 20% better than hyaluronic acid. So that's pretty big. And unlike hyaluronic acid, which works primarily on the surface, right? Beta glucan actually penetrates, it's small enough Daltons that it can actually penetrate the deeper layers of the skin where wrinkles form. So that depth of hydration is what makes it particularly relevant for mature skin. The formula is 40% beta glucan, which is a lot. It has adenosine, which supports collagen and elastin production. And here's what I love about it for compromised skin the most is specifically the total formula only has about 10 ingredients. When your barrier is struggling, the last thing it needs is to be loaded down with something that has a lot of, additives and preservatives, Think maximum barrier support. So it's also a great option if you prefer a vegan routine and want to skip the snail mucin. You can use this in place alongside of it. During the barrier repair, so if you've stripped your skin, you'll want to do your haru, you'll want to do your beta-glucan serum or a plain hyaluronic acid. You can do that too. You don't have to use the beta-glucan. And then your Astera cream on top. That's it. Okay, so what happens if you are like, all of that, like you put the Astera on, it's just, your skin is still sensitive the next day. I would go in with something that's highly healing, like the CeraVe healing ointment, or you could even use the La Roche-Posay Cicaplast. I am actually allergic to Cicaplast, so I can't use it. So, but either one is a really good option. A lot of people ask me, can I just use Vaseline? Can I just use Aquaphor? No. For microneedling, I want you to use this because it has those ceramides. It has hydrolyzed hyaluronic acid. It has panthenol. It has cholesterol. It has other fatty acids I can't pronounce. So while the petroleum is really creating that occlusive barrier, that protective barrier on top, those ingredients are working actively rebuilding underneath. Okay, so let's put the barrier protocol. Let's break it down again. So barrier maintenance protocol is literally haru, your active serums, snail mucin, and your barrier repair moisturizer. Right? That is your barrier protocol. And with this, I don't think things will go wrong. I rarely have barrier issues. But when things do go wrong, I want you to strip everything and all you're using is a gentle cleanser, the haru, your beta-glucan or hyaluronic acid, and then a moisturizer or possibly even this. The thing I want you to take away from this video is that barrier repair after 40 does not have to be reactive, right? You don't have to wait for something to go wrong before you start paying attention to your barrier health. Because I do use all the actives and I have friends who tell me, oh my gosh, I'm trying this active and I'm really struggling with it. And I'm like, how much? I'm like, what are you using? Because I need to know at that point, like you do. And I find that they don't have any barrier supporting products in their routines. And if you don't have those barrier supporting products in your routine, you are going to probably have moments where you have to stop everything and do some barrier repair. If this video was helpful for you, follow me for more tips on how to age beautifully, and make sure you come back for the next video because I'm going to be talking about microneedling over the decades and you are going to love it. Thank you. Drop a comment in the comment box. Do you actively seek out barrier repair? Do you have barrier repair products in your current routine? If so, tell me what you're loving. Tell me what you don't. And make sure to share, like, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time on Glow Up with Shelly.